Welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans, or if it is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as today we explore 3 reasons why so many Clash of Clans players are downright terrible. Now, hey, don't worry, it's not me being negative, and there is a happy ending to this story, but let's get into it and talk a little bit about why we see so many really premature bases, really bad attacks, and just really poorly designed bases. People have been talking about it recently. In fact, I got the idea for this episode while I was browsing the Clash of Clans forums. I saw a thread that was talking about the theory that players are getting worse at Clash of Clans over time, and I just thought, hey, it sounded kind of interesting. And hey, come on, let's be honest. After making nearly 2,000 videos on Clash of Clans, the game, sometimes I need a little kick in the pants to come up with content, to come up with an idea for an episode. I did think this was valid. I thought it was interesting, so we're going to explore it. Now, I went back to the Clash of Clans forums with the intention of thanking the original poster in the video, but I could not find the thread. I don't know if it was deleted or if it just got buried by other posts, but I couldn't find it. So whoever you are out there, you guys that were discussing this episode is for you. So let's go ahead and get down to it and just talk about these 3 reasons. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean players are getting worse, but I'm going to say that players have always been bad at this game, and that's going to be true with any game that is being played by millions, tens of millions of players. And for this, I really have to go back to an old George Carlin saying. He's a comedian that passed away a few years ago, and he used to say, and I'm not saying I agree with the statement, but just think about the joke. He says, think about how stupid the average American is, and then realize 50% of America is stupider than that. Okay, so I'm not saying that Americans are stupid, but I am saying that if you think about that, think about how good or bad the average clasher is, and then realize that 50% of clashers are worse than that. That is going to say that yes, there's a ton of rushed bases and players who just don't fully grasp the fundamentals of the game of DPS, tanks, healers, and timing and placement and that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and get into it. Number 1, and this is probably the most obvious, is the demographic. And that's just a complicated way of saying most Clash of Clans players are pretty young, okay? Now, you watching this, just the fact that you're watching Clash of Clans videos on YouTube means that you're probably taking the game more seriously than the average player who just picks the game up, maybe plays it a few minutes a day, doesn't take the time to research, doesn't take the time likely to learn, and is probably pretty young, okay? I don't know the exact age demographic, the average age of a Clash of Clans player, but I'm guessing it's significantly lower than PUBG, than Call of Duty, than games like that. It's probably more along the lines of Fortnite, and honestly, even then, I don't know the true answer. So yes, a lot of young players play Clash of Clans. Alright, moving on to number 2, this is also something that could indeed be getting worse, and that is the relative easiness of the game, meaning Clash of Clans has gotten easier over time. Now, it's always been designed to be easier at lower town hall levels and then get complicated and slightly more difficult at the higher town hall levels, 9, 10, 11, and now 12, and that makes complete sense. You're going to scare players off at town halls 3, 4, 5 if things are too hard, if it's hard to learn, if it's hard to win an attack. And so over the years, it used to be harder. Like back in the day when Town Hall 10 was all they had, back when Town Hall 10 was the max, it was tough, man. I mean, it was not easy to 2-star. You could not count on doing it every single time. So things have certainly gotten easier, and it's possible, okay, probable, that newer players are seeing that easiness throughout the game, even at higher town hall levels now, and they're just not as good as they used to be. And again, that is why you're seeing terribly rushed bases like these and some bad attacks on your bases most likely. So moving on to reason number 3, and this is related to reason number 2, and it's also something that has changed over time and has increased or gotten worse. And that is number 3, the speed of game progression. Meaning, of course, you can get to the higher town hall levels much more quickly than you used to. So it doesn't take nearly the playing time, and playing time is learning time, okay? Let's not kid ourselves. That is one of the great things about Clash of Clans, the fact that as you grind away, as you level up, as you increase the levels of your defenses, your troops, your heroes, you are getting better at the game. It's natural that is going to happen. So if you have less time to practice, or you're a dirty gemmer, I'm just saying, then it's likely that you are maybe not as good as other attackers. That could explain why I'm so bad. Anyway, so we're talking about this as far as the vast majority of players of Clash of Clans. Again, this does make sense that it's entirely possible. The game is easier to get to Town Halls 8, 9, especially hero progression now. But the problem with that is you're seeing a lot of players rushing without grinding heroes, even though they've made it that much easier. So there are your 3 reasons. And here's the thing that I wanted to talk about, okay? And this is we're getting towards the end where we talk about the good news, okay? Now, first of all, the good news is you guys like bad players, because that means they don't do well against your base. That means you crush their bases. And so it's a win-win. If you're watching this video, again, you're probably not a bad player, and you are benefiting from all of those bad players' bases out there that you see every single day. So hey, any game takes a balance of good, bad, and average players to be successful, and I think it's great where we are right now. Now, at the same time, I know that Clash of Clans wants to educate its players. It wants players to get better. If you've gone to the news tab section of your Clash of Clans game, you'll notice that whatever town hall you are, there are always helpful tips and videos there that are going to help try to guide players through their specific town hall levels. And I think that's great, and that is helpful. And then, this is something that I completely disagreed with in the thread, and that was the thread went on to say, or maybe it was other people discussing it, that they thought there wasn't any good YouTube content out there that taught players how to attack anymore. And I personally have to disagree with that very strongly. Okay, and I'm not just saying because I do, okay? I'm saying, yes, every now and then I make silly content, I make entertaining content, but I also do, from time to time, make instructional content. But there are so many other really, really good YouTubers, and I hate to do this because I know I'm going to leave some out. But these are just a few of the highlights of the really good instructional YouTubers that I know of. Now, of course, there are many other YouTubers out there, and they do lots of different content, but I tried to focus on YouTubers that are out there specifically to try to help you get better at Clash of Clans attacking and defending. And again, I apologize if I miss anybody. These are some great people here, men and women, clash bashing. Of course, my good buddy Klaus from Klaus Gaming, Judo Sloth with the hella sexy accent and great instructional videos. Of course, you've got Clash Tutor. She does a great job as well, teaching you how to attack and defend. Echo Through Me, and They Coming, to just name a few. There are so many more that you can find if you just go out there and look around. And watch their videos, subscribe to them, because supporting these channels helps support the game, and supporting the game helps support these channels. It is all about the community. That is one of the things that has made Clash of Clans great for 6 years running. All right, you guys, we're getting to the end, but I wanted to answer some comments. William said he had a question about the loading screen, and I noticed this, that the ground troops attack the E-Dragon. I thought that was kind of interesting too. I don't know why they did that. Josh, yes, Scytho, S-Y-T-H-O-Y-T, does all my thumbnails, and I think he is amazing at them. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys are liking the 99 or 100 series. I do love making those, but again, I need more replays from you guys to make more of those videos. And Lupik says, please continue. Clash of Clans never dies. Don't worry. I am still loving playing this game, and I will keep making videos. But at the same time, like Actor says, yes, I will be making other videos, and expect PUBG Mobile and other videos coming to the channel very, very soon. Okay, I get asked this a lot. The outro song, this song you're hearing right now, is The Angels Among Demons. The credits are in the description as well. And then Gautham says, roses are red. My name is not Dave. This makes no sense. Microwave. I just had to put that in there because I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know. I appreciate an original comment once in a while. Thank you guys again, as always, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button for all of those great YouTubers, and as long as you're at it, hit one for old Galadon too. Thank you again. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Make the best of every day of your life. Appreciate it, and then come back again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon! Galadon! That old man voice, that's your actual voice, isn't it? I knew it!